What is going on, guys? Today is July 2nd, the day after Canada Day. I hope everyone had a sweet day yesterday with all the festivities going around the city. So this is what I was up to this weekend. On Friday night, I had a couple of buddies come over and finish off the vinyl on the TT. I hope you guys like it. It's always been my thing to do camo on my cars. I've always been a huge fan of it, and just like the Hugh Nelson and all his cars, he's been always kind of a huge influencer of how I mod my car. So I love the crazy camo look, and it's very different. So I know camo's going on a lot around the city, but there's a lot of different ways you can do it, and I always feel that I've loved how I've done it. So I hope you guys like it too, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section there. So, but this vlog is more about the Ruckus. I know you guys probably haven't seen it around at any of the meets really this year. It was at Driven, and after Driven I was really focusing on trying to get it past 65 kilometers an hour, because that's about what the top speed is right now, and I'm just having a really hard time getting it past that. I've been getting different roller weights, variators, got my CDI in there and all that stuff, but for whatever reason I just can't get it past 65 kilometers an hour. It might be because it's a pre-06, which means it doesn't have any of the PCV stuff, and it sounds like the newer Ruckuses have been able to get about to 75 on the newer Ruckuses with a PCV valve and all those couple changes that they did over those years. But I think it's time that I'm going to be doing a engine swap. I think that earlier this year I was saying I was never really going to do it, and well, maybe I would do it next winter, but I ran into a couple issues while I was trying to tune it, and I stripped the crankshaft where the variator bolts onto right here. So as you can see, the threads are kind of completely screwed up on there, which is my own fault. It was kind of mangled already when I got the Ruckus from the previous owner, but I just kind of left it, and as you can see, it's almost impossible to do to tap and die it, because look at that space, there's like none there, basically none. So it's so hard to fix the threads on it, and I'm just kind of fed up of how slow the Ruckus is. So I think I'm going to be doing a engine swap in the next couple weeks here. So I'm going to be going with a GY6 150cc swap. It's a really common swap in these little scooters. As if you guys are following scooters, you guys know that it's a super common motor. I think it's pretty solid. I hear they're not very reliable, but I'm going to be keeping the GY6 completely stock, and I won't need to do any roller weights on it or anything, variator upgrades or anything like that, because a stock GY6 should be able to get right up to 90 kilometers an hour, which is more than enough for me. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks here. I'm hoping that I can get the motor in as soon as possible and start the swap. I'm not exactly sure how long it takes to get to my house, but the goal is to have it completed by IllMotion. So once the engine swap's on here, like, it's basically fully built. Like, I mean, I could use a new front wheel. It's still got a front wheel on there from the stock Ruckus, and I could use a disc brake upgrade for sure when I get the new motor. So that's options for the future, but for now I just need to get the motor in, and I want to get this thing running, because basically we've only got a few months left of riding this thing for summer riding, and then winter's right back. So it seems like summer just started, but before you know it, it's going to be winter again. It's going to be too cold to ride. So I really want to get this swap done and showing it around the city and riding it, enjoying. So yeah, that's the plan. As for parts that are going to be sold, a lot of the stuff that's on this engine right now won't fit, and so that means a few things are going to have to be sold. Like the exhaust won't fit, the rear wheel won't fit because it's a completely different bolt pattern than GY6, so that's going to be sold. I have a lot of variator stuff that I've already pulled off. Polina variator here. I have a Molossi one, on the scooter right now. Bunch of roller weights, some more here, some jets for the carburetor, some ignition stuff, and then also I got to pull out my my CDI. So a couple parts for sale if you guys are Ruckus owners, and if you guys are interested in that stuff. It's barely been used, less than a year of riding on it, so everything's basically brand new. So that's basically where I'm at. If you guys want to follow along on my Ruckus build, I'm going to be uploading vlogs of the motor swap on this channel. So if you guys are interested, follow along and cheer me on while I do this swap, and maybe I can get this thing completed by Motion, which is the main goal. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I'm going to finish off here with just some pulling off some parts and kind of beginning to strip this thing down. So I'm going to be trying to sell the parts as soon as I can and get started with the swap. So we'll talk to you guys very soon. There you have it, guys. There's an engine pull on your pretty much stock Honda Ruckus. It's really quite easy. Yeah, I don't think that took even more than an hour, so it's pretty easy to do. It's pretty funny that how small this engine is. And then there's the rest of your frame there. So I think I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'll just clean up the garage here and kind of let it be. So, but that's, you know, almost prepped to have the swap done pretty much. So I think this build thread or this build series might, I don't know, maybe I'm jinxing myself, but it might be easier than I thought. Basically, all I have to do now is let's get closer here. Basically, all I have to do now is basically take out the main harness that runs into the battery box here, and basically strip that down inside. But that doesn't take long at all either. So I just have to take a couple more things off. Like this is part of the stretch kit, and same with the shock mount here. But that's pretty much ready to go. Old engine is out and basically ready to do whatever with it, so I might part this engine out, but we'll see. So that's pretty much it, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon.